Vincent Price was born on May 27, 1911 in St. Louis, Missouri. He is known for being an actor, author, chef, and art connoisseur. He had many nicknames including the Gable of Goth, the Prince of Menace, and the Master of Horror. His voice was instantly recognizable. Surely you've heard him in Michael Jackson's song called Thriller. His family was fairly wealthy and he was given a fine education. He was able to tour Europe at a young age and he developed a lifelong love of art. He graduated from Yale University with a degree in English and he became a teacher for a year. Then he studied art history at Courtauld Institute of Art in London. He started out in theater before films. Some of his best roles were in the movies House on Haunted Hill, The Last Man on Earth, The Raven, The Comedy of Terrors, House of Wax, and The Fly. His last movie role was in Edward Scissorhands, released in 1990. He was married 3 times and had 2 children. He smoked cigarettes his whole adult life. Towards the end of his life, he suffered from Parkinson's disease and COPD. He died in 1993 from lung cancer. He was 82 years old. Bela Lugosi was born on October 20th, 1882 in Lugos, Hungary, which is now known as Lugoj, Romania. His birth name was Bela Ferenc Desko Blasko. He was an actor. He was a founding member of the Screen Actors Guild. He will forever be known for his role as Count Dracula in the 1931 film called Dracula. It's considered a classic in the horror movie genre. His thick accent would limit the amount of better roles he would have later on. He began acting at age 20. During World War I, he joined the Austro-Hungarian army for 2 years and he was wounded. He started using morphine to ease his pain and he eventually became addicted to it. He ended up in Germany and made many movies before moving to the US in 1920. He became an American citizen in 1931. His first movie made in the US was called The Silent Command in 1923. A few years later, he played Dracula in a Broadway play. It was very successful and they eventually went on tour. He was in several movies before the role of Dracula came up. He wasn't the first choice, but I think they picked the right person. Some of his other films included White Zombie, Son of Frankenstein, The Kiss of Death, The Raven, Mark of the Vampire, The Body Snatcher, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, and Plan 9 from Outer Space, just to name a few. He was in 8 films with Boris Karloff. According to his son, Bela never drove a car or flew on an airplane. Unfortunately, he had money problems towards the end of his life. He wasn't paid well for Dracula, only around $3,500. He was eager to take the role. Residuals didn't exist back then. He was married 5 times and had 1 child. He died in 1956 from a heart attack. He was buried in one of his Dracula capes. He was 73 years old. Boris Karloff was born on November 23, 1887 in England. His birth name was William Henry Pratt. He's known for being an actor. His most famous role was that of Frankenstein's monster in the 1931 film Frankenstein. He also appeared in several sequels. He is known as an icon in horror cinema. I have a tattoo of the monster on my right arm. Both of his parents had some Indian from India heritage. He was in more than 170 films throughout his career. He was the 9th actor to join the Screen Actors Guild. He narrated and was the voice of the Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas in 1966, and he won a Grammy for it. Some of his best films were 5-Star Final, The Mummy, the original Scarface, The Black Room, The Raven, Targets, and The Sorcerers, among many others. He was a heavy cigarette smoker and he had a lot of health problems near the end of his life. He had emphysema and only half of one of his lungs functioned properly. He was married 6 times and had 1 child. He died in 1969 from pneumonia. He was 81 years old.